Good evening as we welcome you inside the St. Louis Park Rec Center for tonight's doubleheader. The season opener for Benilde St. Margaret's, at least the home opener, I should say. They open with a road swing up north over the weekend against Duluth Marshall and Grand Rapids. So this is the home opener. First broadcast swell of Edina for us on our airwaves this season. Edina played in the Turkey Trot this past weekend, going 1-1, a loss to Maple Grove, and a victory over conference rival Wayzata. Going to start things off with the JV matchup. The varsity coming up a little later on here in about 2 hours from now following the conclusion of the JV game. Along with Tanner Lawlick on camera, executive producer, director, pretty much everything tech, Pete Wagner. I'm Patrick Lilia with you to start things out this afternoon as we're now underway from the rec center. As it's played into the Benilde St. Margaret zone by Trevor Whitley as it works its way back around to the near side, taken away there by Drew Hatch. Now played over toward the near side where it's poked ahead and then swatted down into the corner. We're there to pick it up as Ryan Seaver for the Red Knights. It's played over and then a whistling centering feed that's too hard for everybody that came through on the stick of Nick Hentges. Edina back out at neutral ice with it as it's carried into the offensive zone by Ryan Ander. Played around the net by Ryan Seaver. Now out at neutral ice and pushed on ahead for Quinn Schliesman. Schliesman working his way through the slot. It's poked away from him there, and Edina will push it back out toward neutral ice. Alex Orthy trying to work his way through neutral, but it's taken away by the Red Knights there. Ryan Gearin, and then send into the Red Knight zone, where the Red Knights will play it around their net over toward the near side. Setting up behind the net is Aiden Wallstrom. Wallstrom plays this one out toward neutral ice into the neutral zone. Wallstrom able to play it in deep to the Edina zone. It rings the Hornet net, played up in the corner there. As Gino Gaddy battling there. It's played up the right wing side. Could be a 2-on-1 if Edina hurries into the offensive zone. Oh, what a pass. What a move. Backhand shot. They score. Henry Steckman on the 2-on-1. The Hornet net played up in the corner there. As Gino Gaddy battling there. It's played up the right wing side. Could be a 2-on-1 if Edina hurries into the offensive zone. Oh, what a pass. What a move. Backhand shot. They score. Henry Steckman. So Henry Steckman with the beautiful goal to open the scoring this evening. 1-0 Edina here early on in this first period. As Edina looking to break back through the neutral zone. Red Knights trying to play it ahead. But Edina able to control things at the red line as three Edina players crash into each other. Red Knights playing it there. And then tipped into the Edina zone where it's played up into the far side corner. Now up in that corner where the play continues to be battled for there. The Hornets eventually break out with it. A pass over toward the near side, and Prescott Sexton, who will gain the offensive zone for the Hornets. He'll play it to the end boards where it's picked up by Carl Schneider behind the net. And lost on the far side half wall. And played back the other direction by Vince Ferris for the Red Knights. The Hornets able to bang it back toward the far side. Brought back out to neutral ice. Hornets with it there. Carried back in by Sexton. Sexton takes a hit, though, as he gained the offensive zone. A nice job there by Leo Warner to separate him from the puck. And then the Hornets able to return the favor and separate the Red Knights from the puck at their blue line. Hornets playing it from deep in their own zone. Red Knights wearing the road reds this evening at home against Edina. Play up on the far side half wall. Edina able to come out with it. It's carried into the offensive zone by Brennan Wurst. Wurst will work his way in, send a shot wide. Edina trying to set up in the offensive zone, but Benilde St. Margaret's able to disrupt it. Plays it over to the near side. Good to come out of that one is Mitchell Dockman, but he took a hit. Edina again playing it from behind their own net. 13:23 to go, first period. 1-0 Edina. The JV half of the evening. Varsity coming up about 7 o'clock tonight here on MN Hockey TV. Big top 5 matchup between Benilde St. Margaret's and Edina Varsity. That'll be later on in the evening, as the Red Knights get it back out to neutral ice, where Orthy plays it there for Edina. Orthy into the offensive zone. Orthy with a shot that was blocked, as Ryan Seaver got in front of that one. Oh, what a move. There's a shot. It's loose out front and able to be saved. Threw it back out to neutral ice. Charlie Fratelloni able to make the save out front, as Drew Hatch was poking at that rebound. Now back out at neutral ice into the offensive zone. Here's Gino Gaddy, who lost the puck. It's loose in front and then able to be saved there by Dominic Cook of the Hornets in goal this evening. Played over to the near side corner. 12:20 to go, first period, 1-0 Edina. The Hornets carry it back into the offensive zone. There's a shot that'll go wide from John DeVoe. The Red Knights get it back out to neutral, play it back into the Hornet zone, where it's played the other way by Nick Henches. It's a battle for it at the blue line in front of the bench, as the Hornets able to push it into the Red Knight zone, and there to get to it as it was iced was Leo Warner, so a face-off deep in the Edina zone. 11:49 to go, first period, 1-0 Hornets. This JV matchup this evening. Face off to the right of Cook. Played up into the corner. Now played along the end boards behind the Edina net. The Red Knights push it out, but Edina able to get it back out to neutral ice. Back to pick it up is Warner in his own zone as he plays it cross ice to the near side for Jake Runman. Edina able to take the puck away. What a backhand shot that'll go wide, as Henry Steckman, who scored that goal earlier, worked his way in. It's cleared out. 11:05 to go, first period. I want to remind you that tonight's coverage of Edina and Benilde St. Margaret's hockey brought to you by Tradition Companies. They're invested in their community and invested in you. We got a solution for you, whether it's construction or if you're looking for a new home. Tradition Co. has a solution for you. Check them out at traditionco.com. With the Red Knights quickly into the offensive zone. There's a shot as they tried to center that one. And it's played back around to the near side corner. There's Mitchell Dockman, who worked his way in front of the net. Now back out at neutral ice are the Hornets. It's played along into the zone by Sexton. There's a shot. They score! As Caden Fritz with the goal for the Hornets, and it's 2-0 with 10:37 to go here in the first period. That goal coming at 2:23 of this opening frame. The face-off pushed back into the Red Knight zone. So Fritz making it 2-0 Hornets here early in this first period. Edina quickly right back in. There's a shot out front. Rebound is hammered away at and poked away. That was Fritz again. So the two goal scorers, Fritz and Steckman, we've seen them both make bids for goal number 2 each in this game for the Hornets. But Fratelloni able to make the save both times. It's back out at neutral ice. Come the Red Knights as they lose the puck at the blue line, but able to be played back through the corner toward Guerin. Guerin will play it around. The battle at the blue line, and Edina back out through neutral once again with Worst into the offensive zone. Worst got tied up as he started to wind up for a shot by Seaver. It's kicked back out to neutral, then flipped in deep by Theo Toft. Played up in the corner, then played around toward the near side. Toft able to hold that puck possession for the Red Knights here. Then eventually sent back up through neutral. It'll work its way toward the Red Knight zone, where the Red Knights with Runman deep in their own zone with it. As Riley Spindler will disrupt that play, get it tied up on the end boards. .9:10 to go, first period. It's 2-0 Edina. That one taken away. There's a shot that's saved by Fratelloni. As Charlie Brinkman got from the glove side, and we'll have a face-off deep in the Red Knight zone. 9:06 to go, first period. 2-0 Hornets early on in this game. The face-off is controlled by Edina, and then a shot tipped up into the net. So we'll have another face-off in the Red Knight end with 9:02 to go in the first period. The Red Knights can't quite clear off the face-off. It's played back up toward the far side wall. And then whiffing on the clear attempt and now able to get it out to neutral, but Edina playing it right back in. The Red Knights set up behind their own net, played along the far side boards. Edina showing some really good tenacity here in this period as they get it over to the near side. Oh, they're a move and they score. The give and go between Worst and Hatch, and it's the second goal of the game. Showing some really good tenacity here in this period as they get it over to the near side. Oh, they're a move and they score. The give and go between Worst and Hatch, and it's the second goal of the game. It's a timeout going to be taken by the Red Knights here. I want to remind you that we are sponsored this evening by American Family Insurance, because your dreams deserve a champion. You can check them out at amfam.com and get a quote today. That's amfam.com. This is sponsored in part by Tradition Companies, Itasca Marketing, and Lake House. Bringing you live streaming of Edina and Benilde St. Margaret's, along with some of our other teams that we will have coming up. Eden Prairie and Minnetonka boys as well. Minnetonka boys taking a loss over the weekend to Rosemount, a Rosemount team that a lot of people think very highly of coming into this season. Some pundits calling their matchup with Minnetonka the matchup of the two best teams from last year who did not reach the state tournament. We'll come out of the timeout, 8:37 to go, first period, 3-0 Edina. Played over toward the near side corner. Now Edina working their way back through neutral ice and played in deep to the Red Knight zone. We're past the midpoint of this first period, 3-0 Edina. The Red Knights unable to clear the zone. Here's Hatch with it. Hatch working his way through. Hatch will steer his way around the net, tries to center it, but there's a sea of red there. And the Red Knights intercept, get it out to neutral ice as it's tipped in by Aiden Wallstrom. The Hornets get it back out to center, and then overskating it is Steckman, or he might have had a free run at the goaltender. We're going to penalty coming here, our first of the game with 7:42 to go in this first period. 3-0 Hornets. The JV end of our coverage this evening. Pleased to bring you another season of both Benilde St. Margaret's boys JV and varsity. Varsity puck drop a little bit after 7 o'clock. There's a penalty there against Gino Gaddy. So it's Gotti for hooking. This play moves into the Edina zone where the Hornets will set up behind their own net with 7.5 minutes to go here in this first period. The stretch pass will go for icing. So a face-off deep in the Edina zone with 7:24 to go in the first period. 1:43 in the power play for the Hornets. They already lead this game 3-0. The hooking penalty to Gino Gotti giving the Hornets the man advantage for the first time in the game. The Hornets control the face-off in their own zone, and they lose it out front, and nearly a disastrous turnover, and then a shot anyway, as the puck continued to trickle free toward Mitchell Dockman. Edina controls now, and they will get it out to neutral ice. Edina into the offensive zone. There's a shot into the glove of Fratelloni off the stick of Joey Treble. And a face-off coming deep in the Brynhild St. Margaret zone. 7:05 to go, first period. 1-0 Hornets, 1:23 to go in the power play. Face-off controlled by Edina at the point by Trevor Willie. Willie, though, cannot hold the zone this time, and Willie back to pick it up in his own zone. Got Hentges with them. He'll play it over to Hentges. Hentges thought about passing, but will take the screen, work his way into the offensive zone. He drops it off behind him for Fritz. Fritz, who has one of the 3 Edina goals. Schneider and Steckman, the other 2 Edina goal scorers in the game. Edina forced to play it from deep in their own zone once again. Under a minute to go in the power play. Stretch pass through the neutral zone. Oh, what a move there. And then they tried to slide it over to Fritz on the near side. But Edina able to maintain the offensive attack again as that shot was blocked out front. Edina again able, nice job there by Willie to hold the zone. There's a shot rebound though, Karams down to the near side boards. Edina putting on some good offensive pressure here on this sequence. 28 seconds to go in the power play. 6:07 to go in the period. 3-0 Hornets early on. This backdoor centering feed out front to being tipped wide. Edina again to maintain the attack as that centering feed out front is just tipped wide off the stick of Andor. And then they almost got it through on the back door to Fritz. With the Red Knights trying to clear things out, able to be held in by Edina. Power play over as it's deflected up into the netting. 5:41 to go, first period. 3-0 Edina. Face-off coming in the Red Knights' end. Face-off controlled by Alex Orthy. Orthy whistles this one through as it went through traffic, got through to the goaltender Fratelloni, but Edina able to maintain the attack. 5.5 minutes to go now in the first period. This one is taken away by Schneider as he sends a shot off the glass. Second shot off the rebound is also off the glass and carried out to neutral ice by the Red Knights. Into the offensive zone is Aiden Wallstrom as it's played around the net. The centering feed, there's a shot that's saved. It's poked down to the near side. Cook able to find that bouncing puck with the pad. A penalty coming here against Brynhild St. Margaret's for interference. It's going to be against Edina. My apologies. They looked like they stopped the play when the Red Knights touched up. So it's going to be the first power play coming up for the Red Knights. They trail 3-0 in this first period. There's nap for interference at 11:59 of the opening frame as the Red Knights control the face-off. Nearly intercepted, but able to be possessed by the Red Knights. There's a shot just wide as they were able to get it over to A.J. Pauly. A beautiful setup, but Pauly shot the puck wide. It's sent back out to neutral ice. It's there to pick it up is Wallstrom. Wallstrom looking to reverse direct. That's Nick Gratchik. The Red Knights work it back into the Edina zone. Played through the corner. Over to Gratchik on the near side. Gratchik plays it back cross ice. There was a shot over the net off the glass from Runman. And Edina able to clear it back out to neutral. Into the offensive zone is DeVoe. DeVoe centers it on a shot that was disrupted as they were trying, as Drew Hatch had worked his way into the middle, with Fratelloni having to poke that loose puck away. We passed the 13-minute mark of the first period. 55 seconds to go in the Red Knight power play. Edina really dominating this game, both on the scoreboard and on the ice. Red Knights have had some opportunities, but Edina really just all over them so far. So we're going to have a face-off deep in the Red Knight end. 44 seconds in the power play, and 3:45 in this first period. Edina controls the face-off short-handed. There's a shot that's blocked. As Trevor Willie wound up, Willie able to hold the zone, play it back in deep to the corner. It'll work its way behind the Red Knight net. Red Knights break out with it, sent out to neutral ice. Where it's scooped up there by Orthy. Orthy plays it to the blue line and is tipped into the Red Knight zone. As Seaver trying to play it around. Seaver getting tied up. We're going to get a penalty coming here against Edina once again. It'll be Henry Steckman taking the penalty, so it'll be a 5-on-3 for 18 seconds for the Red Knights. A great opportunity to cut into some of this deficit. It's 3-0 Edina with 3:18 to go here in the first period. It's Steckman for a trip. Got the face-off. Cleared out by Edina. 13 seconds in the 5-on-3, 3:12 in the period. As the Red Knights will pick it up deep in their own end with Warner. As Warner gets it off toward Ryan Guerin, but it was off his stick. Edina with it deep in their own zone as the 5-on-3 is over. Minute 40 of 5-on-4. That neutral ice Gotti into the offensive zone, but he comes in offside. We'll have a neutral zone face-off with 2:50 in the first period, 1:32 in the power play. Hornets leading at 3-0 on the strength of goals from Fritz, Schneider, and Steckman in this first period. The face-off controlled by Edina, and they will get another full-length clear down to the Red Knight end. There's Grachik there to pick it up. Grachik from behind his own net. And push it out toward neutral ice. Into the offensive zone come the Red Knights. Nice move there to possess that puck by Dockman. It's pushed up into the end boards. The Red Knights able to maintain the puck possession. They'll play it toward the corner. Trying to get this one tied up is Eric Choi, and it cleared the length of the ice once again. Under a minute to go in the power play. 2:12 in the period. The Hornets with a 3-0 lead here early on. It's sent out toward neutral ice. That hit disrupted the puck entry and then cleared out to neutral by the goaltender Cook, coming well out of his net to make that play. Under 2 minutes now to go in the period, 35 seconds in the power play. Back into the offensive zone. Here come the Red Knights. There's a shot that was saved off the stick of Dockman. Rebound caroms back out to neutral ice. Red Knights with it there. 23 seconds in the power play. 1:38 to go here in the period. Back into the offensive zone. There's a shot that's tipped wide off the stick of Charlie Brinkman. 10 seconds now in the power play as play stopped. Face-off coming deep in the Red Knight zone with 9 seconds to go in the power play. 1:27 in the period. Played along the far side boards by the Hornets. It's back out at neutral as the power play comes to an end. The Hornets back at full strength. And pushed along the near side boards, flipped in deep to the Edina zone. That'll be an icing call there. Oh, face off deep in the Red Knight zone. 1:11 to go, first period. 3-0 Edina. Home opening night for the Red Knights. Talked about they had that road swing to open the season at Duluth Marshall with a great victory over Grand Rapids on Saturday afternoon at the IGA Center in Grand Rapids. one of the premier venues for Minnesota high school hockey. We're going to get a penalty coming here against the Red Knights. Going to be on Gotti again. That's going to be his second penalty of this first period. .48 seconds to go in the period. 3-0 Edina as the Red Knights able to clear off the face-off the length of the ice. 40 seconds now to go in the period as the Hornets play from deep in their own end. And they will get it out to neutral ice. Into the offensive zone with speed is Trevor Willie with a shot that's tipped up into the netting off the save by Fratelloni. 30.5 to go in this first period. Played along by Willie. Cleared out again by the Red Knights. It'll work its way deep into the Edina zone. 20 seconds in the period. 1:32 in the Hornet power play. The Hornets play this one back out through neutral ice. The Red Knights pick it up in their own zone, get it back into the Edina zone. Hornets will play from their own end as we're under 10 seconds to go in the period. As the first period comes to an end with a shot wide by Willie. Dominant first period, at least the first half of it for the Hornets. The Red Knights were able to steady the ship a bit, but they will go into the first intermission trailing 3-0. Watching MN Hockey TV coverage of Edina and Benilde St. Margaret's Hockey. Want to remind you that coverage tonight sponsored in part by American Family Insurance. You can get a quote at amfam.com. Dream big and invest carefully. Get a quote today. We're going to take a break and come back. To welcome you back inside the Rec Center, 3-0 Edina after one period. The JV part of our coverage tonight. Varsity puck drop a little after 7 o'clock, most likely. So to remind you, Benilde St. Margaret girls on deck tomorrow night at 7:15 here on MN Hockey TV. Going to be racing to get that one in ahead of the first major winter storm coming in this season. It's underway here in the second period. Edina into the offensive zone. 1:04 to go in their power play. Played back to the point by Thomas Knapp. There's a shot that's saved by Fratelloni. A face-off coming deep in the Red Knight zone. 16:40 to go, second period. 3-0 Hornets. Face-off controlled by Edina once again. The kick it back out to the slot. There's a shot through traffic. Rebound just sneaks down to the near side boards. Cleared out by the Red Knights, the length of the ice. 45 seconds to go in the power play. 16:25 to go in the period as a long stretch pass into the offensive zone for Steckman. Steckman working his way in. Steckman backhand shot that's saved by Fratelloni. A beautiful stretch pass from deep in the Edina zone, and the Hornets get another rush on goal. It will be a face-off deep in the Red Knight zone. 16:18 to go in the period. 35 seconds in the power play. 3-0 Edina. And off the face-off, controlled by Edina once again. They kick it back to the point. Now it's back up high. There's a shot through traffic just wide of the net. Karam's off the glass. As the Hornets play it back around and cleared out by the Red Knights. 22 seconds in the power play. 16 minutes now in the period. 1 minute gone by. The stretch pass intercepted. The Hornets get it back out to the red line. And then played into the Red Knight zone. As the Hornets play it from the point. Power play is over. 2-0 for the Red Knights into the offensive zone. And what a save as they slid the puck over. It was saved on the shot by Schliesman. As Edina sends it the length of the ice and will have a face-off deep in the Hornet zone. Best scoring chance of the day. What a save by Dominic Cook. There's a problem with the clock. 13:28 to go here in the second period. Face-off pushed into the corner. Red Knights have it come out to neutral, then play it back in. Edina will play it from behind their own net. It's played over to the near side, and Fritz. Fritz gets it off into the offensive zone for Sexton. Sexton, there's a shot that's high over the net by Schneider as we're going to whistle here with 13:05 to go in the period. The neutral zone face-off coming. With the face-off, it's played over to the near side boards. Pushed into the Red Knight zone, then back out to neutral. If the Red Knights trying to play this one ahead, it'll be played deep into the Hornet zone for an icing. So a face-off back in the Red Knight zone. 12:51 to go here in the period. 3-0 Hornets. Gotten goals from Fritz, Schneider, and Steckman. As Fritz and Steckman have also bid for 2 goals in this game. Good play, though, by the Benilde St. Margaret's defense, able to keep those from happening, and good goaltending by Fratelloni as it's played back deep into the the Edina zone. It's played over to the near side boards. Working their way through neutral is Ryan Ander. It's played behind the net. It comes loose out front of the net and covered up as the net got knocked off with 12:25 to go here in the second period. 3-0 Edina on a face-off deep in the Red Knight zone. I want to say hi to Todd Grover, who is now Here to take over the camera duties, as Tanner Lawlick now sitting to my left, working on some tech stuff. Let's call it tech stuff. Not sure specifically what's happening over there, but we'll just call it the tech stuff. That centering feed sneaks through the blue, able to be held in at the point by Edina, played around behind the net. 12:10 to go, second period. 3-0 Edina. Played along the near side half wall. As the Red Knights come out with it, able to steer his way through a stick check is Dockman. Dockman into the offensive zone. Dockman centering feed intercepted by the Hornets, played down to the corner. The Hornets come out with the puck from their own end. And into the offensive zone is Ander. Ander with a shot that's saved by Fratelloni with 11:38 to go here in the second period. Off the face-off, controlled by the Hornets, played into the corner. The Red Knights stretch pass into the neutral zone, and into the offensive zone is Schliesman, who will take a hit behind the net as some pushing and shoving ensues after the whistle. Face-off to the right of Dominic Cook. There's Guerin in the face-off circle. It's controlled by the Hornets and Thomas Knapp, who plays it up through the corner. It's Hatch trying to play this one ahead. It's Alex Sorthy behind the net, plays it over toward Knapp. Knapp rink-wide pass to the far side. Oh, they get this one down into Riley Spindler. Spindler got tied up as he drove toward the net. Puck ends up in the corner. Got a penalty coming here for a slash. It's going to go against Riley Spindler of Edina. So the Red Knights will go back on the power play. 10:52 to go here in the second period. 3-0, the Hornets leading. The junior varsity matchup this evening. Again, we'll have puck drop for the varsity probably a little after 7 o'clock right here on MN Hockey TV. So Spindler for a slash. And for a shot from the point that'll go over the top of the net. Able to be held in on the back door by Leo Warner. Warner will take the puck back as he sends it into the slot. There's a shot out front and able to be saved by Cook. As they were trying to get it down low to Aiden Wallstrom. As Edina possessing it deep in their own end once again. Clear attempt able to be knocked down and held in by Seaver. It's flipped out to neutral ice. I think they're going to say it made contact with the Red Knight bench. And we're going to have a face-off with 10:20 to go here in the second period. 1:28 to go on the power play. Face-off played behind the Edina net. Flipped out to neutral ice, where the Red Knights will play it there. Played deep into the Red Knight zone with 1:15 to go in the power play. And 10 minutes to go here in the second period. 3-0 Hornets. It's into the offensive zone are the Red Knights. And Guerin got knocked off the puck as he worked his way up along the half wall. As a battle ensues there. As the Hornets try to clear, but it's able to be held in, and then a shot that's blocked and carries back out into the neutral zone. Red Knights back to pick it up with Graychick Graychick plays it back out through the neutral zone. It'll work its way deep into the Edina zone. 39 seconds now in the power play. 9:30 to go in the period as the Hornets send it the length of the ice. The Red Knights will play it from deep in their own end. Then a pass to the far side. Then a cross-ice pass to the near side. Wallstrom had to knock it down with his skate. Edina trying to play it up into the Red Knight zone as Gino Gaddy will gain the offensive zone for the Red Knights. 10 seconds to go in the power play. 9 minutes to go in the period as we pass the 12-minute mark. That shot from the point is tipped aside by Cook and able to be held in again by Mason Baldwin. As Baldwin will knock this puck down on the near side boards. Power play over. And the puck back out at neutral ice. Red Knights trying to play it there as Baldwin on the near side plays it back into his own zone. It's played there by Gaddy. The stretch pass through the neutral zone is sent back out and deep into the Red Knight zone. Played the other direction back into the neutral zone. The Hornets trying to clear it back out of their own zone, and now Eric Choi is able to get it back out to neutral ice. Into the offensive zone is Charlie Brinkman. Brinkman couldn't quite work his way around Seaver. Then Seaver got knocked off the puck, and the Red Knights pick it up from behind their own net. But the near side is Seaver. Seaver into the offensive zone where he got knocked off the puck there. As Thomas Knapp came away with it and sent back out to neutral ice. Back to pick it up is Warner deep in his own zone. It's Vince Ferris trying to send this one ahead. We'll get it off to Schliesman. Schliesman gains the offensive zone. It's sent the length of the ice the other way by the Hornets. And that'll be icing with 7:32 to go here in the second period. 3-0 Hornets. Well, the Red Knights fell behind 3-0. They've really been able to equalize the play since about the first 10 minutes of the game, but have been unable to find the back of the net yet, so we remain with the 3-goal advantage for the Hornets as they'll play it from the Red Knights' offensive zone. Now the Hornets get it back out to neutral ice as John DeVoe speeds up the right wing side. He'll play it around the net. Working through the circle, there's a shot that's knocked down as Fratelloni able to cover it up with 7:11 to go here in the second period. About the face-off, Edina able to control. A long shot that's knocked down in front. There's Knapp with it. Knapp sends a pass up to the far side corner for Ander. Ander will play this one around the end boards. The Hornets will come out with it again. They'll get it back to Knapp at the point. Knapp with a shot that's knocked down and tipped into the corner from A.J. Pauley. Comes free out front, and that one just sent wide on the centering from Hatch at point blank. Hatch able to fight this one through. Hatch with a backhand shot wide. Good effort there from him as it comes free again in front. There's a shot turnaround by Hatch that'll be knocked down. As the Red Knights breaking back out the other way, up the right wing side rather, into the offensive zone. There's a shot that's saved by Cook and held on to. They've got Liam Seebeck in goal now for the Hornets in this second period. So both goaltenders getting some action here this evening. With 6:18 to go here in the second period, 3-0 Hornets. Face off deep in the Edina zone. Being played around to the near side. Stretch pass into the neutral zone is Riley Spindler. Spindler will play it off the far side board where the Red Knights will get it back out to neutral, rather be held in by the Hornets. It looked like it was going to be clear the length of the ice, but Edina able to hold it in. It's loose in front of Fratelloni, and play able to be kept alive by Edina. Shot up to the far side circle out front, and Fratelloni able to steer that one aside. The Hornets come out with it. That centering feed sneaks through Joey Treble up to the far side corner. It's played behind the Red Knight net. The Red Knights will clear the length of the ice. That'll be an icing, and we'll bring it back into the Edina zone with 5:31 to go here in the second period. Edina offensive zone, rather. There's a shot through Fratelloni that not saved. That's up in the corner. And the Red Knights pick it up. They get it back out to neutral. This one chipped into the offensive zone by Vince Ferris. We played up in the corner. 5:10 to go here in the second period. This one was saved as it went off the side pad. And into the offensive zone come the Hornets again. Is trying to work his way through the stick check is Carl Schneider. Schneider centers it out front, but unable to control it was Sexton as it's sent back into the Edina zone. And Trevor Willie back to pick it up. He'll play it over toward Caden Fritz. Fritz back toward Willie behind the net. The Red Knights trying to force a turnover next to the Edina net. Played back out to neutral ice. And the Red Knights there to pick it up deep in their own zone as having to reverse direction is Graychick. Graychick gets it out to neutral ice. It's taken away there by Trevor Willie. He's able to get it back into the Red Knight zone before it's punched back out. The Hornets are a little bit discombobulated trying to get themselves on sides, and that'll allow the Red Knights to take it away. No penalty coming there against Edina as the Hornets will break from their own zone. And into the offensive zone with it is Brinkman. Brinkman with a shot wide. 4 minutes to go here in the period. As that one sent up into the corner. Edina able to maintain the possession. Work their way, there's a shot, they score! Charlie Brinkman makes it 4-0 Edina. Edina able to maintain the possession. Work their way, there's a shot, they score! Charlie Brinkman. Glove side corner, and it's 4-0 Hornets with 3:43 to go here in the second period. So Brinkman unassisted officially. 4-0 Hornets, and they're quickly back into the offensive zone with Hatch. As that centering feed is kicked around, sent back out to neutral ice. A 3-on-1 for the Red Knights if they hurry into the offensive zone. Is Guerin with a shot, and that's saved by Seebeck. So Guerin coming in 3-on-1, opting to take the shot, and Guerin made this, Seebeck made the save on the shot by Guerin with 3:28 to go in the second period. Now 4-0 Edina. Play down in the Edina zone, and the Hornets break back out to neutral ice with DeVoe. DeVoe will work his way into the offensive zone. It'll be played around behind the net. The centering feed is kicked around, eventually corralled by the Red Knights. They'll play it out to neutral ice. It's played in by Eric Choi. Under 3 minutes to go here in the second period. Edina controls. There's a shot that's played down to the near side corner. The Red Knights get it back out to neutral ice. They chip it into the Edina zone as Gaddy gets hit up in the end on the half wall. 2:22 to go now in the period. 4-0 Edina. The JV varsity puck drop coming up roughly an hour from now. Played through the corner. Now back out to neutral ice where the Hornets trying to play it down to the near side, and then went off the stick of Schneider. And then able to be played in deep by Treble. Under 2 minutes to go in the period. 1:43 and counting, 4-0 Hornets. Into the offensive zone is Warner. There's Ortney trying to play it from deep in his own zone. Stretch pass out toward Treble. A little bit off of his stick. The Red Knights again from deep in their own zone. We'll get it out to neutral, and they'll backhand pass it ahead. And it's Graychick who played it in. 1:15 to go now in the period. Edina leading at 4-0. They scored 3 in the first, have added 1 here in the second. That on the goal by Charlie Brinkman. 4 different Hornets have scored in the game. Brinkman here in the second, and it was Steckman, Schneider, and Fritz in the first period for the Hornets as it's played deep into the Red Knight zone. This one taken away by the Hornets, and then Ender had it checked off his stick as he started to work toward the net. As it comes free out front, and then whacking away at it, ends up on the end boards is Sexton. It comes free out front again. Edina able to maintain the attack. There's a shot through traffic, and that's knocked down as Alex Orthy's shot was saved, and then the rebound. I remind you, varsity matchup between these two coming up about an hour from now. And then tomorrow here on MN Hockey TV, Benilde St. Margaret's girls against Hopkins Park here at the Rec Center. Potentially snowy and hazardous Tuesday evening. Good excuse to just stay home. Let us bring the game to you. Don't tell anyone in the office we said that. But we will have that live for you tomorrow, so just want to stay home, get comfortable, watch the game as it snows outside. So there's a shot that'll go wide, 3 seconds to go in the period. And that'll take us to the end of the second. Edina adding the only tally of the second period, the goal by Charlie Brinkman. And we will go to the second intermission with the Hornets now leading it 4-0. Going to take a break, come back with the drop of the puck for the third period. About 15 minutes from now. Stay tuned. Everybody, we welcome you back inside the rec center as we're going to get the third period underway. Edina leading the Red Knights 4-0 after 2 periods in the JV edition of the matchup this evening. Before we get started in this third period, I want to say hello to the grandparents of Theo Toft, watching from just outside of Norfolk. I want to thank you certainly for watching us here on MN Hockey TV from Virginia. This is a shot as Edina quickly gained the offensive zone. It was John DeVoe who took that one. As Norfolk, one of those cities, you have to be a little bit careful about how you pronounce on the air. I did give it a little bit of the not safe for work pronunciation, but it's all going to work out just fine. 14:20 to go here in the second period. 4-0 Edina leading here. It's played up into the corner, and it comes over toward the near side. Edina will play it from the near side half wall. Now it's a neutral ice, and sending it cross ice is Hatch as it's pushed into the Red Knight zone, but the Red Knight's able to get it back out to neutral. As Thomas Knapp can't control it there. Knapp sends it cross ice to the near side for Henry Steckman. Steckman, who had the first goal of the game, Steckman into the offensive zone, but he had a sea of red in front of him to knock that puck away. 13.5 minutes to go in regulation. 4-0 Edina. The Red Knights will play from deep in their own zone once again. They'll get it back out to neutral, but Edina will take it away there as Steckman sends it into the neutral zone. Played over to Choi on the near side. Eric Choi into the offensive zone. He took a whack from behind from Aiden Wallstrom as it's sent back into the Red Knight zone. Played up to the far side half wall. Now sent back out to neutral ice. Played along the bench area. They're going to get a too many men penalty coming here. A little bit of excitement as I might say the puck just hit the bench. Both teams were changing. They are going to bring it into the Benilde St. Margaret zone, and indeed a penalty is going to be assessed against Edina. Sometimes that's just that thing that happens. You're trying to get a change, and the puck suddenly comes your way. And sometimes as Riley Spindler will serve the penalty. Well, the Red Knights will go on the power play here early in the third period. 12:47 to go in regulation. 4-0 Edina. As one of the Red Knights players slipping to the ice, that was Dockman, and as he slipped, he sent the puck the length of the ice the other way. Well, the Red Knights will play it from deep in their own end, and then they will send it through the lengths of the ice. That'll be an icing, so we'll have a face-off deep in the Red Knight zone with 12:28 to play in regulation. 1:38 to go in the power play. Face off to the left of Fratelloni, played up to the half wall. As the Red Knights come out with it, they'll play it from behind their own net. As Ryan Guerin trying to play it out, but it was held in by the Hornets, and the Red Knights forced to play it again from deep in their own zone. As Guerin can't quite control this puck, now he does end up with it. As it's sent up in front of the Edina bench. And pushed back into the neutral zone and then into the Red Knight zone. 1:05 to go in the power play, 11:55 in regulation, 4-0 Edina leading. The Red Knights into the offensive zone, and then a centering feed that was disrupted. It ends up down on the near side corner. The Red Knights with a long shot from the point that's knocked down. back out at neutral ice and into the Red Knight zone. We're back to pick it up is Baldwin. He'll play it from behind his own net. As that puck is floating around in the slot, and the Red Knights eventually able to come out with it. They'll work their way through neutral ice as Schliesman got knocked off the puck as he drove through the slot. Hornets will clear at the length of the ice. 12 seconds in the power play as we go under 11 minutes to play in regulation. Varsity game coming up about 35-40 minutes from now following the conclusion of this game as the Hornets back at full strength. 4-0, Edina leading it. The Red Knights open the home portion of their schedule, coming off a weekend road trip up north against Duluth Marshall and Grand Rapids with a great victory over the Thunderhawks in overtime on Saturday. Into the offensive zone for Edina is Spindler, and Spindler took a hit as he was lining up to shoot. And back the other way come the Red Knights with some speed is Dockman. Dockman forced to drive around the net, tried to go to the wraparound, but it was blocked. Edina gets it back out to neutral. And a nice move by Spindler. Spindler trying to work his way, though, around Leo Warner and couldn't do it. If we go under 10 minutes to play in regulation. Edina leading it 4-0. As the Hornets able to hold the zone, play it back up into the corner. Trevor Willie. It'll work its way along the end boards. I want to remind you again as well that we will have Benilde St. Margaret girls hockey tomorrow night against Hopkins Park from the rec center. Puck drop about 7:15. Eventually snowy, messy evening. Perhaps a good opportunity to just stay home and catch the game with us. Like I said earlier, don't tell anyone in the athletics office I told you that, but that's the reality of it as the Hornets play it back into the Red Knight zone. 9:23 to go in regulation. This one taken away by the Hornets in the offensive zone. They'll play it back into the corner. And say hi to Mr. Bart Archer, who is on site now, getting ready for the nightcap. Didn't recognize him when he got here because I don't think I've ever seen him not wearing his baseball cap. As the Hornets able to hold the zone there. Backhand pass out to neutral ice. And into the offensive zone is Kieran Wickner as Wickner got tied up. The Hornets will play it again from their own zone. This one tipped ahead out of the reach of DeVoe. DeVoe will play it along into the corner. 8:37 to play in regulation. 4-0 Hornets. There's Wickner into the offensive zone as he got it off for Ferris. It's been played ahead. It'll work its way to the end boards where the Hornets will play it from deep again. It's taken away by the Red Knights and then poked away from Guerin. It's Guerin trying to center it there, and that one was just tipped away as it was getting through to Wallstrom. It's loose out front again, and just whiffing on that one were the Red Knights. There's a shot that's saved by the goaltender Seebeck. Seebeck, who's played the second and third periods following the first period by Dominic Cook. The Red Knights looking to get back into the offensive zone. They'll dump it in deep. 7:40 to go in regulation. Kicked back out to neutral ice, where the Red Knights will play it there. Good job by the Edina defense, giving no outlet for the Red Knights to get that pass in, as coming in offside are the Hornets with 7:25 to play in regulation. The neutral zone face-off controlled by Edina. The backhand pass ahead is intercepted. Brought into the offensive zone offside once again as Mitchell Dockman carried it in, and we'll have a face-off in the neutral zone with 7:18 to play. 4-0 Edina with the lead. Edina controls the faceoff. They'll get it out into the neutral zone. It's Henry Steckman trying to play this one ahead. This one played in deep by Alex Orthy. As Leo Warner will play it in the corner. It's intercepted by Edina, able to be held in by Orthy. Orthy slides this one through. It's played up into the corner. We're under 7 minutes to go now in regulation. 4-0 Edina. They got 3 goals in the first period, and we're going to get some extracurricular after the play. There's a couple players needing to be separated. Leo Warner needing to be dragged. I think Warner has been thrown out of the game as he quickly exits the ice to the tunnel. There'll be a 5-minute major penalty on Warner and likely a game misconduct as he quickly exited the ice into the tunnel. The official still talking. Did not see the infraction as it happened, but Warner having to be dragged a significant distance by the official to get him separated from the Edina player. So it'll be a 5-minute major penalty with 6:52 to play in regulation. There's a shot off the post as Warner receiving a roughing and a game misconduct, so Edina will finish up the vast majority of the remaining time with a 5-minute power play. 6:35 to go in regulation, 4:40 to go in the game, in the power play, should say, as the Red Knights able to clear. Edina, though, I'm sure thinking about bleeding some clock, though, as they'll play it from deep in their own end. Up the right wing side into the offensive zone is Choi. Choi will play it around the net to the near side corner. And Fritz, the centering feed goes off the side of the net. We're about to go under 6 minutes to play. 4:08 in the power play. 4-0 Hornets. 3 in the first, 1 in the second. That's Choi with a shot wide. Backhand shot goes off the side of the net. A shot from the point that'll go wide from Hentges. 5:40 to play. As Prescott Sexton plays it to the corner. As Ryan Andor kicks it up to the point, and Hentges will send one cross ice down to the near side. 5:25 to go. 3:30 in the major penalty. There's a shot that's saved out front, and we're going to get another stoppage here, and a cross-checking penalty will be assessed. It'll be on Mason Baldwin, so now it'll be a 5-on-3 for the next 2 minutes for the Hornets with 5:16 to play in regulation. It'll be a game that the Hornets lead 4-0 with 5:15 to play in regulation. Not able to be cleared by the Red Knights, and then able to be nice job there playing defense by Trevor Willie as he prevented an odd man rush going the other way from the Red Knights. Under 5 minutes to go. This one slides through. The Red Knights able to clear, but that'll just bleed some more clock as the Hornets will play it from deep in their own end with 4:43 to go in regulation. 1:25 in the 5-on-3. 2:45 and the major penalty still remaining as well. The Red Knights able to clear at the length of the ice again as we go under 4.5 minutes to go. And back out at neutral into the offensive zone is Worst. Worst with a shot that was saved. It's played up into the far side circle. There's Knapp with it. Knapp with a shot that was knocked down in front. As Edina will have to play it from neutral once again. Under 4 minutes to go. 40 seconds to go in the 5-on-3 for the Hornets. There's a shot that's saved by Fratelloni, who holds on. And then some pushing and shoving in front of the net. I think he's getting a little chippy here in this third period. It's really culminated in the roughing penalty and game misconduct for Leo Warner. Still a minute 59 remaining in that major penalty. 34 seconds of 5-on-3. 3:50 on the game clock. 4-0 Edina. We got a penalty here from that extracurricular. Going to be coincidental minor, so we will remain 5-on-3. Face-off played to the near side point. Choi controlling for Edina. As Choi gives it off for DeVoe. DeVoe's shot was deflected wide up into the corner. 3:40 to play in regulation. 20 seconds now in the 5-on-3. There's a shot that's saved by Fratelloni, who holds on with 18 seconds to go in the 5-on-3. 3:34 to play in the game. 4-0 Hornets. The JV matchup coming up about a half hour from now. The Red Knights and the Hornets. Top 5 matchup. Opening the home slate for the Red Knights. As Edina will face another top 10 opponent, their third straight to begin the season. Maple Grove, Wayzata, they split that at the Turkey Trot. Now here at the Rec Center. The shot that's pushed down into the corner. 3:25 to play in regulation. As it's back out at neutral and squirts its way through all the way into the Edina zone. As the 5-on-3 comes to an end, still a minute 24 of 5-on-4 for the Hornets as we go under almost 3 minutes to play. Hornets again playing it from their own offensive zone, where they've spent the bulk of this period. 3 minutes to go in regulation. Played into the corner. 55 seconds now of power play. 2:45 to go in regulation. As it's cleared out the length of the ice. Two and a half minutes to play now in regulation. Into the offensive zone again comes Edina. There's a shot that's saved by Fratelloni. 2:25 to go. 30 seconds in the power play. Edina able to hold the zone as it's knocked down in front. 20 seconds to go now in the power play. 2:10 in the game. Long shot from the blue line that comes over to the near side. 2 minutes to play. There's a shot that was saved by Fratelloni, but rebound able to be corralled by Carl Schneider, who has one of the 4 Edina goals in the game. 30 seconds. Both teams now back at full strength as the Red Knights able to kill off the 20 seconds of power play. A little bit of confusion there. The scoreboard, of course, can only handle so many penalties. We have 12 seconds to go in the power play. 1:25 to go in regulation. There's a shot that was saved by Fratelloni. It's poked up into the corner. 1:20 to go in regulation. Over to Hentges on the near side. Hentges with a shot through that was blocked and tipped wide by Hatch. 1:07 to play in regulation. 4-0 Edina. It's over to Hentges. Hentges will play this one through the corner. A minute to go. Covered up by Fratelloni out front with 52.7 remaining in the game. Hornets leading it 4-0. I want to thank our crew for the JV matchup. Tanner Lawlick, our producer engineer. Todd Grover on camera. I am Patrick Lilia, happy to spend the first half of the evening with you. Off the face-off, it's played down to the near side boards. 45 seconds to go. Sent out to neutral ice, where the Hornets will play it there. This one played in deep. As Ryan Seaver watches this one go by. It's free out front, a backhand shot that's knocked down. 30 seconds to go. Played back out to neutral by the Red Knights. 20 seconds to play as it slipped into the corner. Ten seconds now to go as Edina gains the offensive zone, but offside with 7.2 to go. We'll have a neutral zone face-off. Edina leading at 4-0. Five seconds remaining. 3 seconds as it's played around to the near side. And the Hornets win. They defeat the Red Knights 4-0 in the JV half of our matchup tonight. So on behalf of our crew once again, this has been Patrick Lilia. Best crew in Minnesota, Pete and Bart coming up next with the call. You're watching MN Hockey TV. About 20-25 minutes from now, puck drop of the varsity end of the matchup this evening. We'll talk to you then. We're going to have a different link for you for those of you who are watching right now on the BSM page. You won't be able to just stay with it and have the game come on there. Will be a separate feed coming in for that game, so just hold on. The game will be coming up shortly.